We will revise some concept about the SQL language. We know that SQL commands used to create or use database structures. Then it is called as data definition language. Shortly, it is called DDL. These DDL commands are used for creation of different databases. It consists of create, drop, and alter commands for functioning various activities in the data definition languages. Data definition language may sound like it's another programming language, but it's actually a method of characterize the different types of SQL commands. Data definition language refers to the set of SQL commands that can create and manipulate the structure of database. Data definition language statements are used to create, change, and remove objects, including index, triggers, tables, and views from the databases. Common DDL statements include create table, alter table, and drop table. These three statements are common in the data definition language, that is DDL. Create statement is used for the creation of, for the preparation of databases we have seen different example in previous lectures that how these create commands prepared different databases in SQL. One simple meaning of this create statement is that generates a new table. Another one is the alter command, which is used for to alters a table. This is the simple meaning. What it done in the SQL. The alter commands is used for to alter the tables. Meaning of alter is to change or to update the table. Drop command is used for removes a table from the database. If we want to remove the tables from the list of the databases, then drop command is there for deleting the table and its content from the list of databases. Create table having the syntax like create table, table name, and in bracket field name and its data type. After the completion of field names and data type, table has end by using closing bracket and semicolon. For example, create table artist bracket artist name varchar2 bracket close semicolon. This is the simple example of create table. Please take note that the semicolon is required at the end of the statement. It tells the system to process everything before it. If you leave it out, you may have strange result or even receive errors. So semicolon is important at the end of the table. When creating a table, the data types most often used include strings, varchar or char. For numbers, we have to use number or integer, and dates purpose we have to use date data type. Each system varies in how to specify the data type. This is the some important information about the create table. Another one is the alter table. Okay, say you have created a table artist and forgot to add a primary key to the table. Use the DDL command alter table to add the constraint. So think of a constraint as a rule enforcer. It limits what type of data is allowed in the table. To identify a primary key or to ensure that there are no duplicates in a given field. For example, adds the constraint of a primary key to the artist table And remember that primary keys will always enforce a unique value. Primary key is a unique value. How can we write the how can we add the primary key? Alter table artist add primary key bracket artist pk bracket close semicolon. Artist pk is a name of table. Pk means primary key. Alter table artist add primary key in bracket artist pk bracket close semicolon. It's important to use a constraint naming convention for the primary key. If a field itself is going to be a primary key, it should contain an identifier such as artist pk. The constraint should be named with pk when using DDL commands. Here, we should be remember that the important distinction between the constraint name and the field name. The constraint name should be named to specify what it is. For example, artist pk indicates that the constraint is on the artist table and its primary key. The field name being flagged as a primary should have an identifier. Drop command to drop or remove a table from the database. Drop command is used for this purpose. Use drop table name. If you need to remove a constraint, use the drop command in combination with the alter statement. The drop command is very simple to write in the SQL. Because elimination, remove and delete. We can easily remove any information from the SQL. But it is very difficult to create a table and add the information into the table. So that dropping is very easy, but adding is more difficult in the databases. We know that SQL is a standard language for accessing and manipulating databases. SQL stands for Structured Query Language. We can access and manipulate databases using SQL. And it is a standard. SQL is a standard. SQL became a standard of the American National Standard Institute, ANSI, in 1986. And International Organization for Standardization, ISO, in 1987. So that SQL became a standard language, because this both ANSI and ISO has given a permission for the SQL. In SQL, we can execute queries against a database. SQL can retrieve data from database. SQL can insert records in a database. SQL can update records in a database. SQL can delete records from a database. SQL can create new databases. SQL can create new tables in a database. SQL can create stored procedures in a database. SQL can create views in a database, as well as SQL can set permissions on tables, procedures, and views. Although SQL is an ANSI ISO standard, there are different versions of the SQL language. They all support at least the major commands such as select, update, delete, insert, where in a similar manner and way. So many versions are available in the market, but the common major commands are select, update, delete, insert, and where. Using SQL, websites can be used different tables to build sites. To build a website that shows data from a database. For this purposes, we required to know RDBMS database program, that is MS Access, SQL Server, MySQL. We know how to use the server-side scripting language. like ADP or ASP. We also know the HTML, CSS to style the page. SQL having some more commands like select statement, and we have seen in previous lecture about the select statement, but we required some details about the this statement. The select statement is used to select data from a database. The data written is stored in a result table called the result set. SQL keywords are not case sensitive. C language is a case sensitive, but SQL keywords are not case sensitive. SELECT स्मॉल मध्ये घेतलं मी आणि आता SELECT कॅपिटल मध्ये घेतलं. दोन्ही both having the same meaning. Some database systems require a semicolon at the end of each SQL statement. Semicolon is the standard way to separate each SQL statement in database system. Select statement having the syntax like select column name, comma, column 1, comma, column 2 from table name. Select column 1, comma, column 2 from table name, semicolon. Here, column 1, column 2 are the field names of the table that you want to select data from it. If you want to select all the fields available in the table, use the following syntax: select star from table name, semicolon. Using this star, all the selections from the database will be appear on the screen. And if we want to select particular column name, comma, another column name from table name. For example, select artist name from artist, semicolon. And if you write select star from artist, semicolon, both have a different meaning. If you return their star, it will show you all the tables, all the informations. And if you select particular table name, that will display only information about that table name on the screen. One question, I will ask you one question. Insert the missing statement to get all the columns from the customer table. Fill in the blank सारखा प्रश्न आहे. Dot 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 star from customers semicolon. Dot 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 star from customers. या ठिकाणी मिसिंग स्टेटमेंट आहे सिलेक्ट. Select star from customers semicolon. After entering, it will display the result, all the information about the customer table. In SQL, the select statement having number of versions, number of different, it having number of different commands like select distinct statement, select column 1 column 2 बघितलं, सिलेक्ट स्टार बघितलं, आता सिलेक्ट डिस्टिंक्ट. Select distinct statement is used to return only different values. Distinct means different values. Inside a table, if column contains many duplicate values, and sometimes you only want to list the different values, for this purpose you have to write select distinct column 1 column 2 from table name semicolon. It will eliminates the duplicate value and show you the result. Where clause is very important in SQL statement. Where clause. The where clause is used to filter records. It is used to accept only those records that fulfill a specified condition. Syntax: select column 1 comma column 2 from table name where condition semicolon. The important statement here is that the where clause is not only used in select statement but also used in update, delete, statement also. Select example, select star from student. Select star from student. In previous practical demo, we have created a table student. Now student table is selected. All the fields regarding that table is selected. Select star from students, where student name equal to double quote मध्ये आशिष डबल कोट क्लोज सेमिकोलॉन. आता यानं काय होईल? बाय युजिंग these queries, SQL display only the information of the Ashish, so that where clause is used for the filtering records. Second example, select star from students, where age equal to 20 semicolon. Now in this example, SQL display all the records whose age is 20, so that where clause is very important in the SQL. Where clause uses following operators in the queries: equal to, greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to, not equal to, between, like, in. Before using where statement, we must know how many operators we can use in the where clause. One question is here is that select all records where the student name column has the age 21. Select all records where the student name column has the age 21. आन्सर कसा असेल? सिलेक्ट स्टार, ऑल म्हणजे स्टार, फ्रॉम कुठून? स्टुडंट या कॉलम मधून, स्टुडंट या डेटाबेस मधून. सिलेक्ट स्टार फ्रॉम स्टुडंट where age equal to 21 semicolon. हे अशा प्रकारचं we required this type of knowledge before using the SQL before using the Oracle. Basic information, basic knowledge, basic things is required before writing the queries in the Oracle.